David told me about this. This is just compounding scenarios. So let's just talk about the money real quick. If you start with $500 in 2 months, you make $1,000. Guess what? Take your $500 out. You're at a risk-free investment. This is what it looks like for the rest of the year. You keep that money in here and you don't invite nobody to the group. You don't do no sharing. You will make this money. Remember, I started at $2,000. It's been about 6 months. It told me I should have made $20,000 in that 6 months. But guess what? I like to share. So versus making $20,000, I made an extra $50,000 on top of that, and I was able to withdraw $44,000, $45,000, something like that. You know, the numbers get blurred, but you get a good amount of money. So how did I find out about BG Wealth Group? Well, I've been saying his name for a while, David Ecow, aka the Money Magnet. I am going to stop talking. I'm going to let him up, and I'm going to tell you how I met this guy. This guy's a great guy. First of all, I followed his strategy before BG. We used to trade manually. Found him on a webinar, and I started watching him. He didn't know me. I knew him. I learned his strategy. I did his strategy. It worked for me. I made money. The Money Magnet showed me how to make money, and he didn't even know me. I started flying around teaching this to different people. And then they said, the company I was with at the time said, hey, do you actually know the guy who created it? I said, no. It's, look, we're going to connect you with him. They flew me out to meet him. I met him in person. This is an updated picture of us, but I met him in person. After that, we stayed connected. He moved to Chicago. The rest was history. In July, he told me about this. I was busy, didn't listen at the time. And September 5th, I came back. I'm glad I did because this man has put me on a tremendous game-changing opportunity, not just for me, but for my family. So thankful for David Ecow for putting us on this. Outside of him being great and being able to put people on this, he has made a lot of money himself doing this. So I would like to bring him up right now and let him share his story.
Right, wonderful. I'm going to share my screen. Thank you, Jacoby, and we'll get this party started. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me see. Yes? Yes, you see my screen, correct? All right, wonderful, guys.
We see you.
All right, wonderful. My name is David Ecow. Thank you, Jacoby, for a wonderful introduction. Well, let's go over my success story because you probably want to know, okay, tell me some success story because I'll be a believer. Well, let me go over these. This is just an overview. I started this journey July 4th with 2,500. A friend of mine came to my house, as a matter of fact. He's actually my godfather. And then he told me, hey, David, you can make money by doing copy and paste. I was like, wait a minute. How? How do you make money with copy and paste? And he showed it to me right there on the spot. I was like, okay, all right, I'm curious. Tell me more. And guess what? After 30 minutes, after that copy and paste, he made $100. I was like, I gotta sign up for this. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you have to trust your friend. Like you're just gonna ignore whatever you read online. And guess what I did? I signed up right away. I didn't have to do Google University, going crazy what I'm going to read. So I made at least $184,000 profit by doing copy and paste. In the last 8 months, guys, I started with 2,500. I made $184,000. That is a lot of money. 6 figures. That's doctor's money. And the total withdrawal in February last month is $35,000 last month. Total withdrawals in 8 months, $99,989. And I have a little joke here. 11 more dollars to hit 6 figures withdrawal. LOL. So I'm not 6 figures yet. I gotta do one more withdrawal to hit 6 figures. So my strategy, I withdraw between $5,000 to $10,000 a week. I'm a believer now. Okay, definitely a believer now. And we'll go over my DSJ now. So you're probably thinking like, well, okay, that's all numbers. Show me real numbers right here. We'll go over here because this is real data. Numbers don't lie, guys. Your numbers don't lie. This is definitely a money magnet software. It's so easy to make money here. It's unbelievable. All right, this is my copying history. If you see the top left number, that's 300,000. That's a lot of numbers. Just ignore that numbers. The total amount of the orders. That is the trading volume. Okay. Underneath that, that's my favorite. Profit from following orders, $184,000, 304. Guys, I started 8 months ago. 2,500. and I made $184,000. Unbelievable. On the top right, total number of times to follow the orders, 1,094. That means I copied and pasted 1,000 times at least, which is so easy. Jacoby just showed you earlier. It's so easy. You can do that in 5 seconds. All right, it's my favorite part right here. Winning rate, 99.73%. What does that mean? Well, accuracy. Accuracy. It's so amazing. So since we've been here, we only lost 3 times. Let me tell you a funny story. We lost 1 code. Guess what? Everybody was so pissed. We're like, oh man, David, what's going on here? You know, we lost money. What do we do? Well, this is trading, guys. This is part of trading. We're gonna win some and we're gonna lose some. An hour later, there was a recovery code from Professor Stephen Beard, the CEO of our company. Hey guys, don't worry. There's gonna be a recovery code. Just hang on. We'll get you another code. Boom. Guess what? We made more money that day. It was an awesome story because we made more money than a regular day. And everybody were like, well, I guess we can have losing days sometimes. We kind of prefer losing days. It's a funny story, but we do prefer losing days sometimes because we're so used to winning here. Okay, I'm gonna go through my assets. I still have a lot of money in my bank account, in my assets. It's still amazing. I'm a therapist by trade. I don't do that anymore. This is what I do for a living now. I average about $2,300 a day. How would you feel if you're making $2,300 a day? That is life-changing. Would you say that's life-changing? I think so. Okay, let's go over the withdrawal. You're probably thinking like, okay, David, show me some withdrawal. This is what Jacoby was saying earlier. Remember, guys, Google University or ChatGPT University will never show my results. This is real data right here. You're looking at it right now. Okay? So I like to withdraw between $5,000 to $10,000 a week. You can let it grow. It's up to you. Remember, this is my full-time job. Why not? So I'm going to go the last one, which is the 21st. Okay, this is Ethereum. We're going to convert this to US dollar. You're probably thinking like, okay, how much is that in US dollar? To make sure that you are really withdrawing $5,000. Let's see. So this is the amount for this amount. I withdrew $8,758. So yeah, real numbers, guys. Real numbers. I'm gonna go a few more. Because you want to know proof, right? This on the 17th. This is another one. 3.89. Let's go over these real quick. Copy. Because I use Ethereum. I'm so used to it already. I'm gonna delete this, and we'll go over how much is this in US dollar. Well, this is another 7,924. Okay, let's do a few more for fun, because we have some on the 3rd, right here, the 3rd. There's another one. Okay, let's do this one. If you're really thinking if this is legit, yes, it is. Lucrative opportunity. This is another $5,000 right there. Okay, I'll go one more for good luck. On the 23rd, right here, 23rd. One more for good luck. This is the last one, I promise. Because guys, you wanna withdraw, you're gonna read some stuff online. Oh, they cannot withdraw money. Well, David just proved it right here. So this is another $10,000, 913. Amazing. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna scroll down here some more. Numbers don't lie, guys. Numbers don't lie. Withdrawal, paid. I can scroll down all day. Look at that. Beautiful. So I'm gonna go through the calculator. You're probably thinking like, well, David, you probably made a lot of money because you refer a lot of customers and all that. Yes, I did. Because I love sharing this platform. I love sharing the blessings because it changed my life. Why would you keep it to yourself? Okay, here's an example. Okay, starting balance. I started with 2,500. Okay, 8 months ago, almost 9 months now, believe it or not. Number of periods is 243 days. That's 8 months. Okay, you're averaging 1.3% a day. Okay, if you did not talk to anybody, if you did not if I did not talk to my wife or Jacoby, I would be only making $57,000. Let me repeat that. If I did not talk to Jacoby or anybody, I would be only making $57,000 and 681 there. How much did I make in the last 8 months? Let's go back. If you missed it, how much did I make in the last 8 months, guys? This is life-changing. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Right here, 184,304. Guys, I'm not good in math, but numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. So I'm gonna finish with the. Oh, actually, believe it or not, I actually have the third signal. Let me explain you what third signal is. That's why I'm making 1.8% a day. The third signal releases at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna tell you what the third signal is. Once you refer 5 customers, I got my wife, my sister, my cousin, and all that, my mom, 5 people, I will become level 1, okay? Level 1. Once 5 of my customers will be level 1 as well, you are eligible for the third signal. You can make a lot more money. So yes, the third signal is game changer. And I'm gonna finish with the 3 C's. I'm gonna turn off my video.